So first at all, thank you so much, Adnam, for such a wonderful meetup. Yeah, it usually it happens. I would like to start my journey with this sentence that today it's my 502 day, and I am here at Vizag, which is my seventh state of the journey. I call it in search of life. So often people keep on asking me, Vishal, don't you miss your family because it's been more than 500 days and I'm on the road. And I answer that I don't know whether or not I miss my family. And the reason is wherever I go, I find a new family. And today also I'm finding some new, kind of new family over here. And Adnam organized this kind of meetup. And I love meetups because from you all I get so many things to learn, and I even share a little bit of things. So yeah, when it comes to my journey, I had started my journey on 13 June 2020 from Nagpur itself. And that time I was a kind of extremely ambitious boy. I want to do this, I want to become this, I want to be that much of wealthy. This kind of thought I used to carry up to that 2020. So usually it happens when we don't have a particular vision to look after the life, someone handles us the coal. Someone handles us the coal and he just tell us it is not the coal, it's a diamond, and we believe, yeah, it's a diamond. The same thing was happening with me up to 2020, that since childhood my mind was fed up with beliefs of my parent, beliefs of my teacher, beliefs of my society, and whatever beliefs they were having was a life for me. I decided this is my life, this is my circle. They had given me a particular theorem. Accordingly, they want I to live, I to behave, and I to grow up. But then it happens one day, some incidents start happening with us, and that incident was in my life. I was writing a book at the age of 20, we can guess. In 2019, I started working on one of the books, and the book's name was Reborn Within. So while writing that book, numerous questions were appearing in my mind, and those all questions were about human existence, about myself, who am I? Is that the really way that I want to live life, or it is someone else's way that I am following only? And when such kind of question come, we get sudden shock and sudden vision that it was not actually the diamond in my hand, it was actually the coal that someone else had handled me long before, and I was just following. So there I found in the society a kind of race is going. In that race, someone wants to achieve prestige, someone wants to achieve power, someone wants to be extremely healthy, and so my society wanted I to be one of those. But if we are saying this is the ideal way of living life, then why India is the sixth most depressed country in the world? Then why in 2017 most of the suicides were committed only and only in our India? And when I saw this scenario, I found myself also in the depression for 6 months. I was in an intensive depression for the 6 months, and that depression became my inspiration that Vishal, if this is not the life, this is a darkness, then where is the light actually? Where is the authentic life? So in search of that life, I left my home. I had never decided by bicycle and all, and even I did not have idea how will I be finding the life, how will I be knowing the life. So I had been through, as I myself is a writer, I had already been through numerous books and scriptures, but somewhere I thought, no, these scriptures will not contain my answer. For example, if I am thirsty, then reading the scripture, how can I know how to quench my thirst? It will be a kind of words only, but to quench my thirst, I will have to drink water. So to know the life, I will even have to jump into the life. So I decided, okay, I will leave my home. So my one of friend told, Vishal, why don't you do it by bicycle? So it was a shock, but that time the firing was such that I asked myself, why can't I do it by bicycle? And therefrom the journey of In Search of Life begin. So it was my preliminary phase. Now I would like you to ask me the question, because it's not possible for me to conclude everything in of those 500 days of cluster. So according to your questions, we will move forward. When the worst incident of this journey I met with, I think it's been my 37 or 38 day of the journey, and I was in a Konkan region of Maharashtra, which is so famous for heavy rain. So at that time, as it was a COVID, just a post-COVID period, people were not giving me food as I did not have money with me. So people were when I would go to the village and I would ask them, I just want to spend this night. Just in the morning, I will wake up so soon and I will make a move from here. So they would say, no, 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 you cannot stay here. Get lost from here. You search your accommodation somewhere else. I went to temples. There was nothing, no hope and nothing. And in the next village also the same thing happened. And that time I found graveyard along the journey. So it was the only option for I was remaining with, that I went there, and I decided that I will spend my whole night in that graveyard only. So there it happened. Konkan is well famous for its very heavy rain, and when the moment I reached into that graveyard, the all surface was totally wet. So as the surface was wet, I started searching for the polythene bags in my saddle bag. Then I made a kind of floor and I put my sleeping bag over it, and I slept on my sleeping bag, not inside. And I had a very thin layer of bedsheet that I covered my body with. So it was totally fine. Everything was going fine up to 2 a.m. So on sharp 2 a.m., the rain got multiplied into the speed of very heavy rain. And as graveyard is totally open from all the four sides, whole rain was coming on my body and I had got totally wet. So as I was started getting wet, so I felt now I need to protect myself, because how will I sleep in that heavy rain? So I got into the sleeping bag thinking sleeping bag will protect me at least little. But within 15 minutes, the sleeping bag also got totally wet. So now what to do? I did not have any option. So that moment, I took my raincoat, I wore my raincoat, I tore the plastic just to cover my face. And after wearing raincoat, I went inside the sleeping bag, and the whole night I was spending in my sleeping bag wearing my raincoat and in that heavy rain. So at that moment, as it was most horrible experience of my journey, it was that much of beautiful also, because we are away from our home nearby 2000 kilometer. We don't have anything in our stomach and no money in the pocket. And that time also we are in the graveyard, no hope where we'll go and what we'll do, we don't know. And in that situation, something came from in my heart, or something was flowering in me, and that was the sentence ki being nothing is everything in the life. That time I realized my a kind of identity, like Vishal, the existence has made you only nothing, and you being nothing is actually your whole identity. For example, if I get a kind of glass which is transparent, if I put red color of water, we can say it is red. If I put blue color of water, we can say it is blue. But why I am able to see it? Because it's a transparent glass. So I am also transparent. That time I realized it, and that was the first insight I got, and that again changed me my whole life. Uh, any another question? Honestly saying, I lied my parents that in 2 months I will come back to home. I left my home, and while leaving my home, I had only told them completing Maharashtra in 2 or 3 months I will be back. So that time only they were restricting me. So I thought if I tell them the truth, they may lock me in the room and call the psychologist, see what he's saying. So at that time, okay, I just left lying with them, and I reached Karnataka. So the moment I reached Karnataka, they were shocked. He told about Maharashtra, then what is he doing in Karnataka? So they asked me question also. I said no, no, it was only on border. That's why I came here in Karnataka. So there I met some beautiful media people, and they supported me a lot. And via media, I shared my all the thoughts and all, and those all my thinking and what I want to do, everything. So as a like by the medium of media, my parents came to know about these all things. Then from that point to today, they ask me everything except one question: when will you be back?
basic here you have used a word that you used to beg.
Hmm.
Why it made you like realize that existence of life exists when I will beg for a food or when I'll beg for a or I'll ask for a lift.
Uh,
Why? Because everything is there.
yeah,
You
right.
should not beg it. You should have done it like, okay, you are a traveler, you are traveling to a certain point, from this destination to that destination.
Yeah, first at all, I would like to call myself not a traveler but a seeker. And I left my home with the 10,000 rupees that my father and mother had put in my bank account. So my quest was I wanted to know the existential phenomenon or the depth of the life. And it happened when we think in a certain way, we get connected with the certain people. Even in Vizag, I got connected with Adnam Bhai and Meena ma'am, even Vaishali ma'am. So when I was as I had started my journey on my day 13, I met a very beautiful and very insightful person. His name is Santosh Garje. So he is a guy at the age of 18 adopted two children, and today he might be 28 or 30, and he's a father of 117 children. And that when I was sharing all my thoughts in front of him, he told, Vishal, if you really want to know what exactly the life is now, then very first thing you will have to do is you will have to learn dealing with your ego. You will have to kill the ego, because all filters are there, it's only and only due to the ego. And unless and until you know the harshness or the very very darkness of the life, how will you be able to know what the star is? So that sentence motivated me in such a way that I decided I will just put off my all the money, and I will start doing the journey carrying no money with me. So that time I donated my all money to the same orphanage, and I started going carrying no money with me. So as I did not have money, what to do then for the food? Then whatever people you are seeing along the way, the restaurant or the dhaba or a panthela wala or the small hut and everything, I have to go there. I have to ask them that I am going somewhere on my bicycle and I am so hungry and I am not having money with me. So would you like to give me some food? So in this way I would approach to them. So there were some people, they were thinking like I am a mafia or what, because because wearing a very good cloth and having the bicycle, and why is he begging, or probably there must be something black in his mind. But there were even some beautiful people, they would not only give me the food, but they gave me the parcel also, like along the way, if you feel hungry you can have that food. So in this way, what exactly happened while begging, and I found it was also a very beautiful thing that happened in my journey. If today say someone just go to that shop and ask him for the food and tell him I don't have money, I don't think so 99% of people can do it, because I will do that, I will beg, I will say him, I will ask him for the food. That kind of attitude happened, because since childhood we have been growing in the same kind of atmosphere. So it was my thinking also, and that's why I failed many times. I was being so conscious, or the main thing was log kya kahenge. If I go and if I ask for the log kya kahenge ki are he's asking for the food. But when I became so flexible, my hunger started killing me. Then I decided, no, now I will not think anything. I will just go and beg. And the moment I started begging, I started realizing, Vishal, how much egoist you are. I started questioning myself how much selfish I am. Like, if I have money, the way I treat someone, and if I don't have money, the way I treat someone. So it gave me a kind of vision to scrutinize myself only, and that even changed myself a lot. That I think only because of that ability I am able to sit here and speak in front of you.
Vishal and myself, Sridhar, just want to know what is the final output we are going to after completing of this ride. So we
Uh,
are going to complete this ride in a short month or after completing India or something, because I have seen many people like you who are traveling, who have crossed Vizag, and me and Radhika, we met a lot of people. See, ultimately, what is the purpose of this?
the first thing I will have to state ki what is the not purpose of my life. First thing, I don't want to make any achievement. Second thing, I am not seeking for any kind of prestige, power. And third thing, I don't want to earn name, fame, and money, anything out of it. Everything happened in my life spontaneously that I myself had never imagined. Like I will be doing this kind of thing. And in the journey, I started meeting with some of the people. They taught me such a wonderful lessons of life that entire scripture cannot teach us. So up to now, I have been going through a particular kind of people, and automatically I started realizing some of the thing, my connection with the nature, and some what we can say unique insights that I had never thought. So what I wish is, I don't know when my journey will be end, because I never gave the time period of my journey, because it's a flow of existence. So I believe if up to now I survived, up to now I met a very beautiful people who gave me food, or who have been hosting me, who have been teaching me enormous life lesson. So there must be a kind of reason a reason behind these all things. Some people call it coincident, but I call it there is a power which is above us, which is handling us. I'm not saying about God, but yeah, there is something which connects us with the like-minded people. So up to now I survived. There must be the reason something, and I believe existence should take care of it. Like what existence wants to make me realize at the very end, that will flower in myself, and I will start doing the thing which is happening in myself naturally.
So that may take tomorrow, that may take a 1 year, that may take your lifetime.
Yeah, yeah. I really don't wish to conclude it, because if I conclude,
Because see, when you are traveling and you are doing all the things, there must be some purpose which you need to teach others, or you need to learn from yourself, right?
right,
So traveling and doing all these such things, when you it doesn't have any purpose, then what is the purpose of doing all this?
right.
So you should end up somewhere and do it for the. You should educate some of the people, or you should write a book or something. Something has to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
done.
That thing.
So that purpose, when you are going to start?
That even I don't wish to state now. Yeah, as I'm a writer, it is already in my mind that after covering my whole journey, I will be consulting people. I will be making a home for unprivileged classes, especially the people who belong to depression. Then writing a book over the true story of this traveler. But yeah, this all are that I am knowing, but I'm thinking like there is something very deep in it also, that I every time I feel when I meet people, and that I cannot state in the words. For example, if I am loving any girl, and if someone asks me why do you love that girl, I don't think so I can answer, because it's a very deep feeling. So my travel is having such kind of deep feeling, and I wish that love should take care of it.
So how do you choose the places? Like when you are starting from your hometown, how did you decide on the next place, and then how you select the other places?
I never decide the place or select the place. It's actually the people who show me the route. All are the people I am meeting along the way. I only know east, west, north, south, and I only know I have to cover 28 states, 4 corners, and 9 union territories of India. But in which way I will go, in through which state I will move, then which road I will prefer, that I don't know. So if I wanna make move tomorrow, then just before one day I decide. Actually, people tell me where should I move, and accordingly I keep moving forward.
Okay, I have a question. He's near 22, so but I interacted with him for 2 days. I was a day host. I found him very mature and sensible about a lot of things. So you completed 500 days just yesterday. So what has been your biggest learning so far?
Up to my biggest learning, actually before 2 days I had met one of the group here, Metal Horses Rider. It's a group of bikers. So one of person had asked me one question, Vishal, what actually motivated you a lot for this journey? What was that burning? And I was thinking, and somewhere I realized, and I answered him, if I would not have been doing these all things, or I would not have been left my home with my bicycle and coming here, then probably I would never be alive in this world. So that was my answer. And out of that journey only I learned one thing, that I must state, and everyone should realize by own self it, that be your own flower. What has happened with us since childhood, whatever things we have been teaching, it's like be independent, be independent. But what that independence means actually here, they are teaching us be independent physically only. Have your own incoming, have your own house, have your own circle and all. But I believe in this all kind of race, they forgot one thing to teach us, that be independent by our emotions also. Today we are not independent by the emotion. If our cell phone get lost, we get totally messed up. Hey, what happened? It's like having a tsunami in Vizag. What's that? If I am having a car, I bought that car and I am driving the car, and my car, if the car hits to another person car, we just get angry. Hey, how the hell you are coming here? What are you doing here? This kind of way we speak. But if the same car we hit to the tree, we don't say anything. Then there must be something that we are carrying psychologically which is actually harmful for own self. So be your own flower, I always state. And while writing Reborn Within also, I had quoted the same sentence, but that time that sentence was death because it was not coming from my experience. But today when I say, I find this sentence is totally alive. If we are not I would like to say, as he had shared about Buddha, when Buddha was dying, someone asked him, what exactly you would like to state by the time of your last breath. So Buddha answered them, Appo Dipo Bhava, means be your own light. So yes, I even experienced the same thing here. Since childhood, what has happened actually, our definition for right or wrong, our definition for true and false, this is also not ours. This is also given by someone. This is also given by either law, by the religion, because we can see in the religion also we can find a various kind of teaching. So yeah, I would like to state that thing only, like be your own flower, realize the life by your own effort, move on by your own self.
What is the biggest change that happened inside of you after, per se, you left that ego self of yours which was inside of your head?
I did firing on my ego.
What were
The
the changes that happened?
yeah, I would like to state, like whatever discriminations I have been carrying since childhood, or it happens now, no sooner we got birth, people start giving us a kind of identity. He will be that in the life, he will be having that kind of identity and all. So today, if even if a kind of chai wala stands in front of me, or even if a kind of MLA or CM even stands for me, my emotions will be same for both of them. I will never discriminate ki he is a small guy, I will just treat in this way. He is a so huge guy, he is having a luxurious car, he is having such kind of status. In fact, for me, status, level, a kind of any kind of discrimination we can think about, this doesn't exist. For that all kind of things, there is no place in my life or in myself. And again, one thing I would like to state, that today I am at that kind of level that my definition of comfortable has even got dissolved. My definition of comfortable is only one: whatever is offered with the love, I will accept. Even if today I am sleeping in the graveyard or a kind of very beautiful hotel, my sleep will be stable. There will no any change. And the third change that happened in myself, I became so closer to the nature that usually it happens na yaar, I am getting bored, what to do, a kind of instability we start feeling within. So those all things got vanished. If someone tell, I will get your cell phone and I will get everything from you, just want to sit in front of a seashore. So whole day I can spend there with my smile.
Vishal, like you have started your journey, okay?
Yeah.
So you are not purpose driven. You are not purpose driven.
Mm-hmm.
But what is going behind your mind? After that, where you will be, or what thing you would like to pay back to the society? See, every human being has to pay back something. You need to give back. So, what at that thing you are looking for, and what you are looking for to give?
Paying back will be there for sure. That's 100%, because paying back is taught by the nature and by my journey itself. How a guy who is not having money survived up to now. So it is only the love of people they have been giving me. One small incident I would like to share. When the second wave of COVID appeared, I was in Trivandrum. I was caught by the second wave. Then what to do? where to go, who is there who can host me for such a long period of time, 1 or 2 months. So that time I decided that I will only start searching for the kind of job or kind of work where I wanted only two things from them. One is food and second is accommodation and nothing else. I was even not asking them for the salary and all. So I had my host who was hosting me for 1 or 2 days in the lodge. He took me for the food in one of the resort, and the moment I reached there, the manager of that resort came to know about the journey and all, as he was a friend of my that host. And manager told Vishal, it's fine if you are searching for the job, and we are even having one job, but are you comfortable with that? So probably he is thinking like he may be thinking I'm a rider and how will I do the job in the hotel. So I asked which kind of work it is. So he told it's a work of waiter. So I decided okay, it's fine. So 2 months I was working as a waiter in that resort by the wave of second wave. By the time of second wave, then at that time there were numerous guests who were sailors, a merchant navy sailor. So as I am away from my home, I know how I feel and which kind of food I want. So I was even giving them that kind of compassion. I was taking care of them very well. So I had a very inner connection with those all people. Then when I left my job and I reached to Coimbatore, in Coimbatore I met with some major issues with my bicycle, that I did not have my bicycle at that time. So now what to do? I am not having my bicycle. So from Coimbatore to Chennai, I started walking all the way. So as I was walking all the way, I decided to do fundraising campaign so that I will be having little more donation and I can buy my another bicycle. So guess who were the people who were paying for my bicycle? The 2 months I was working and I was serving food the merchant navy sailor, those all the guests from the same resort are the people who paid my that another bicycle. So when we feel this kind of thing now, I believe it's actually insist in the existence itself, because when we find the flower, it blossom in the morning and in the night it just falls down. So it falls down because someone else or another flower should blossom at the same place. So I even believe in the journey, definitely my one thing that I know is I want to surrender my life for the people who belong to depression and the unprivileged classes. But in which way I will do, what exactly I am going to plan, this thing I don't know. Yeah.
Anybody want to ask Vishal?
What is happiness for you? What is happiness for you?
What is happiness for me? If you are here with no any kind of thoughts, you are in front of me, you are listening to me, and there is no filters in you, this is what the happiness.
Well said.
That's great.
Thank you.
I'm going to meet his mother in few days.
I remember when I see mommy, I always remember Jackie Shroff का dialogue. मेरा बच्चा है तू.
Okay,
So
so
for mommy, हम सब बच्चे हैं, पर हमें वो नहीं गिनती है बच्चे.
आप मेरे बच्चे से बहुत बड़े हो, आपका